Hey yo, what's up, my beloved hashtag champions fam? It's the bad guy, Zeke 4-0, back with a brand new WWE Champions video. Today's topic of discussion is one that's been on my mind, heart, and soul to discuss for a very long time. And if it weren't for a conversation that just happened recently within Phoenix Rise's Discord server, I honestly probably would have procrastinated and put it off a tad bit longer. But now is the time to discuss. To pull or not to pull? That is the question. Gacha is going to gotcha, y'all. Gacha games are going to gotcha no matter how you look at it, no matter how you try to turn around. The reality is RNG is going to be RNG. And ultimately, as much as I want to see everybody walk away with the main go-to featured unit, more than likely, more oftentimes than not, aside from the few exceptions, you're going to get scoped, y'all. You're going to get scoped. Now, let's be realistic. Gacha has been around long before mobile games. Let's be real, okay? Let's say, here's a little good reference story to put things into perspective. Maybe when you were a little kid, or maybe being a parent yourself, you went out to wash clothes or you went grocery shopping, right? You're on your way out of the store or you're just trying to pass the time. Your child ends up asking, "Hey, can I get a piece of candy?" They want a specific piece of candy. They go to the gumball machine and they want a blue gumball. Now, obviously, there's more colors in there more often than not, unless you go to a candy store, okay? There's going to be a red gumball. There's going to be a pink one, a white one, a yellow one, an orange one, a green one, and of course, that illustrious blue gumball. You get 25 cents out for yourself or for your kid. You put it in. You crank it. Pop. You hear the drop. You open up the door. You put your hand out. Your kid puts their hand out, and it's an orange gumball. You're in your mind, or in your kid's mind, I really want that blue gumball. Come on, let's do it again. Let's do it again. You put another one in. You put another one in. You're getting white. You're getting yellow. You're getting green. You're getting everything but that blue gumball. Now, on some situations, not often, maybe you got a kid that or a child, or maybe you were a child yourself that was like, you know what? Hey, I wanted a gumball. I got my gumball. It wasn't the color I wanted, but it's okay. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. I'm content. Or maybe you got one of those kids, or maybe you were one of those type of children that, no, I want the blue gumball. I'm going to get the blue gumball. We already got the money for the laundry. We already got what we need to wash and dry our clothes, okay? You know, if we got that type of luxury, or maybe, we the clothes are already washed. We just got to hang them up out on the line, depending on who you are. Or maybe, hey, I was a good kid inside the store. Come on. I know we got change left. Come on. We already broke those $2 that were going to be used for something else. Let's go until we get that blue gumball. You keep going and you don't get it. Inevitably, right when you're about to give up, or right when you see the disappointment on your child's face, something tells you one more time, and you go, you put that last quarter in, you crank it, and drop, and you get your blue gumball. That is Gacha for you. Now, WWE Champions is fascinating to me because my broski Rudy, hands down one of the coolest cats I've ever seen step into the halls of greatness within Phoenix Rises. All are welcome, trust me. We were discussing a topic about literally the depths of how far this game can go when it comes to doing pulls. Because let's be realistic, y'all. Whenever a new character comes out, everyone ends up having an itch that they feel needs to be scratched, or they put it in their minds that they must satisfy the need to do some pulls. They'll find any type of excuse. I'm going to say this to you right here and now. Gambling issues are real. It isn't just about scratch-offs. It isn't just about the lottery, okay? This is a form of gambling. I do not promote it. I am not here to say spend your money. I can't tell you what to do with your disposable income, but I can strongly give you some advice. For those of you who know what it feels like to go deep on a banner and walk away with nothing. I know there's many of us out there. I can literally abide by this and testify as a living example of a couple of things. There have been a few times where I've done a single pull, a dollar in a dream pull. I walked away with Ronda Rousey when the 3-star meta was a thing, and she was the baddest chick when it came to 3 stars. I remember a time of doing $20 in a dream. $20 in a dream, y'all. I remember those good old videos, and I've proven as of late that I was able to walk away with some good RNG luck and not get scoped. Instead, I got blessed with the original bro, Matt Riddle, simply spending $20. And then there are times where I've literally gone the distance and I've spent $100 on a banner and ended up walking away with mad crazy luck. Picking up, even though on the wrong banner, not getting his gear, I was able to get Embrace the Vision, Striker, Modern Era, Seth Rollins. I was able to go forth and have disposable income on the side when RVD, a Ruthless Aggression Striker, came out. Went after RVD, was not able to pull him initially off those pulls, but I walked away with 5-star bronze Lex Luger, Showboat. I walked away with a 5-star bronze Fuse for Stevie Ray Powerhouse. I was able to pick up Hall of Fame acrobat Bret Hart. I was able to pick up Modern Era acrobat Shelton Benjamin. The luck can happen. That is from me personally in my account. I can attest to that. Now, let's go ahead and discuss a couple of things. If you know, there's a lot of us out there that won't admit it, but some of us do know, we have addictive mindsets, okay? We have addictive mindsets. You can be addicted to good things, you can be addicted to bad things. If you know that once you start pulling, you go from spending $20 and saying you're done to spending over $1,000 and still feel the need to pull, I strongly suggest removing your cards, your bank cards, your personal spending cards from your accounts. Whether it's from your Apple Store, your Google Play Store, whether it's on the portal, you can literally go and contact customer support services on Escola.com and they will remove your cards. If anything, set yourself a financial allowance of disposable income. Set yourself aside a certain amount of money that you go ahead and utilize on the game. So that way you are not literally screwing the pooch. You are not screwing yourself over. I always say this: priorities before pleasure. Take care of your bills. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of your kids. Take care of everything else first. Whatever's left over, if you want to spend that on taking your loved one out for dinner, your significant other out to dinner, or going on a road trip, building up for a summer vacation, go ahead. If you want to go ahead and spend that money on the loot, then by all means. I can't tell you what to do. I can only suggest things that can help you evade this, because a lot of us, we get caught up in the hype. Look at all these banners. Unlike other games like Dokkan Battle, I'll explain this again, and you can look up different YouTubers that can show you how RNG can be, okay? Dokkan Battle, The Truth DT, DATRUTHDT, one of my favorite Dokkan Battle YouTubers and YouTubers in general. He literally spends thousands of dollars to summon for different units. And even while he's summoning for these units to get all their paths unlocked, to get them 100%, okay, rainbowed, he is also telling you, hey, save up your stones for better banners. Save them for the Tanabata. Save them for the anniversary banners where you're going to have busted units on there and you're going to have a better chance of walking away with better units. Similar to how I used to say, always wait for a player's choice. Usually each year's player's choice is going to feature some of the best units that came out in the entire year. Wait until Black Friday. There's always usually a broken, busted character that has some type of utility or roster advancement progression levels on another level when it pertains to just getting your account further if you sit down and wait. What you miss out on today will be back another day. Damian Priest, our featured free-to-play unit for this Mutants Return MLC, he will return one day. Riddle's been out multiple times since his initial release. They want you to go after him here so you can have a chance at his gear. You can have a chance at uniting the tag team RK Bro with Apex Predator Randy Striker, or even RK Bro Showboat Randy. they are always going to come after you in different ways. They released the Uso skill plate alongside Jimmy Uso. So obviously, if you got the skill plate off the prize wall, or if you spent the $100 to pick it up the other month in Melee, you are a few shards off of Jimmy, you're going to go in. Even if there's a current running Foley prize wall with shards for Jimmy, they are going to want you to spend your money one way or the other. You can either do the smart thing, do the content, save up your prize wall medallions, and utilize those types of currency to pick up the guaranteed shards of Jimmy, or they're going to have the loot right in your face and say, well, I can only get like 100 shards or 50 shards of Jimmy from that prize wall, but I have a better shot of going off on doing it on this one. Be smart. Back to the Truth DT. Aside from what he does with his pulls, he also shows you things that a lot of people don't pay attention to. A lot of times when we play different mobile games, we stick to only that game. We don't go and venture out to learn about others. The Truth DT, Dokkan Battle, literally just got done doing their whole shtick with STR, Super Saiyan, Goku, and Gohan, and AGL transforming Cell. For almost, might as well say, an entire month, those were the only two banners that were up for Dokkan Battle. You had a primary target. You either choose the good guys in Goku and Gohan, or the bad guy in Cell. Those were your options, and they had solid side banner units. That was your focal point. When you go to somebody like GNA Reviews or Chaldea Gurus and look up their summon pulls or Toho Sniper, you see another level. I can say that FGO summons and pulls are very similar to WWE Champion pulls, because RNG is RNG. There are videos, if you look from the very beginning of GNA Reviews of videos for pulls, there are times where he has a X amount of quartz, Saint Quartz up for an SSR, a 5-star servant, and literally in 5 minutes into the stream, 10, 15 minutes into the stream, he's already pulled them. He's done. He saves the quartz for another banner. He goes on for another. And then there's other times where he's literally doing 45-minute videos where he is chasing the 4-star character and keeps on pulling the 5-star character. It can get real. There are times where the Truth DT or my guy Toadski, Toadskii for One Piece Treasure Cruise, there's literally moments where they go into a banner, they pull the character, get a couple copies right out of the first couple rolls. They're for like first 3 or 4 rolls, they're done. And there's other ones where they got to keep going back. Keep going back. Keep going back. WWE Champions is the same. And let's make something clear here. And here's an example of what I also understand why people are more frequent to pulling on champions nowadays. Look at what they decide to say here. If you do a 7 pull, you're guaranteed a very rare. If you do a 40 pull, you're guaranteed a featured. Now, this is where they get you right here. Look at the featured. The featured is nothing but Mankind, right? But let's be real. You have more of a chance to pull 50 shards of Mankind out of that 40 pull than actually pulling Mankind at any star rarity. That's how they get you. There will be other loots that'll say, hey, you do a pull, you're guaranteed 3 very rare pulls. Okay? 3 very rares. But then you go to check the banner, and the very rare pull is nothing but shards. Could be shards for the character that you want, or it could be shards of somebody that you already have maxed out or you're nowhere close to getting. Now, shards serve their purpose. They serve their purpose. I'm not going to take away from that. They do serve their purpose when it comes to talent up events. They serve their purpose for weekend events. I will not take away from shards. But more than likely, when you read featured and you see all those versions of Mankind, you're going to think you're going to get a card, and more often than not, you're not going to get the card. Now, RNG is RNG. There's a possibility. There are rules to the exception. But ultimately, you want to play it smart. And another thing that I have to say when it comes to advice-wise, if you're going to spend, right, spend on characters that you actually like. Mankind, new Striker Mankind. We got a dual MP coach, okay? We're getting all types of things going on now. We got the 50% chance of gems being on the board, MP boosters, dual MPs, dual gem damage. We'll more than likely get dual gem generation sometime, dual move damage, like furthered. There's a lot of things that champions can do. But inevitably, I feel that you should only go after cards that are of wrestlers that you actually care about. When I look at my roster, right? Look at who I took up. I don't have a fleet of 5-star golds, but the characters that I have taken up, they serve their purpose. I like Undertaker, so I pursued Hall of Fame Undertaker. I have a respect for Lex Luger. He does his thing. Submissions are a part of the meta right now. So I went and took him the distance. Seth Rollins takes care of my striker coverage as well as my modern era coverage. Bret the Hitman Hart, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Hall of Fame unit as well as an acrobat. DX Army Sean, Attitude Era, acrobat coverage. One-turn killer. Trickster Ray, clutch on a defensive standpoint, putting the trap gems down to boost not only his gem damage, but also moving the notches towards the left in the opponent's favor, only to hit that big time move damage reversal, taking away their health. Literally, rinse and repeat. Bring him back from the dead, hit you one time with a gem match, boom, 1 million health done, easily, easy clap. Matt Riddle, no MP trainers at all. No MP trainer needed. Just can focus on bulking up that gem damage, the gem generation, and constantly cycle over and over. Trish Stratus, ruthless aggression coverage. Female waifu for the acrobats. Beth Phoenix, ruthless aggression again, but covering powerhouses. Don't even have the crossbreak skill plate or the zombies the Z skill plate. But she gets busy. She serves her purpose. Ruthless aggression striker RVD. I'm a fan of RVD, hence why I was so willing to go after and pursue him. You go after characters you love. Just because there's a new shiny toy does not mean that you have to go after him. Now, in the case of my broski Merrick's is a huge fan of Mankind, so I wouldn't be surprised for a Mick Foley fan like Merrick's to go after the new Mick Foley. The same way if there's a brand new Rock. Don't be surprised if I end up doing pull videos going after the brand new Rock, because that is someone that I am a genuine fan of. The same way I pursued RVD and the Hall of Fame Taker is the same way I would pursue the Rock, because I am a fan of those units. I am a fan of those characters. So I want people to understand moving forward that even though it's a gamble, regardless of who you get, nothing is promised, nothing is guaranteed. You have your guarantees every year for 12 months straight in your free-to-play units. And some of these free-to-play units, just like Damian Priest, are top-tier, top-level investments that you should consider going and pursuing, even after the MLC's done. I went ahead and bought the 4-star pack because I'm a fan of Damian Priest. I don't even have him as a solid trainer for that rib move damage or as a solid technician, but I like Damian Priest. So I went ahead and bought the pack, not only for myself, but to also help my faction mates out when it comes to things. One thing that I saw the other day that had me intrigued, and is highly true, a gentleman or lady from one of the other Discord servers said this specifically about Striker Mankind. Even though Striker Mankind looks cool, they have 40 plus other superstars that they feel that they could be working on that, quite frankly, could take out Mankind. There are characters that I don't have on my roster, but I have beaten them in showdowns. I have beaten them in faction feuds. So the more that I beat them, the less I actually feel the need to go after and pull them. That's something to consider. Even with Nerd Labs doing their great work, I constantly say it. There are multiple combinations of trainers and coaches and promoters that can get the job done that maybe people aren't even promoting. There could be secret builds that we don't know, just like there's secret menus at a restaurant. There are secret builds that people could be utilizing and not telling you about that could literally make things a lot easier for you. It's up to you to do the research. It's one of those things where everyone's always pulling somebody. Is he or she good? YouTube. You type the person in, you go on the portal, you can literally go on the portal and look at their moveset and see it fully maxed out and figure out for yourself. Is this worth looking at their move charge? How much it's going to cost? With perks, can I make that work? What do I have in my roster that can make them benefit? I always say, work on your MP trainers, your MP coaches, your gem generation, gem destruction, gem damage, move damage. Those are all a part of the meta. And let's be real too, even with this new Mick Foley, they're not just promoting Mick Foley, they're promoting this brand new skill plate of his. Okay? They're promoting this brand new skill plate. How many more builds can you do to make the game fun? And how many more straps and skill plates can you release to keep the fan base, the community entertained? You can only do so much. It ultimately ends up being a thing of, I understand, you want to collect everybody? I get that. I respect that. I play Pokemon. I understand. Gotta catch them all. But at the same time, not everyone has the disposable income to go the distance to collect everybody. And not everyone's going to have the type of schedule that's going to allot them the availability to grind out to the very last milestone to get these top tier skill plates, to get these top tier units, to get these additional resources that can allow them to expand their roster. You gotta know yourself. You gotta be realistic. And I'm thankful that my broski Rudy discussed the issue, the temptation that's always there whenever a new character comes in. And knowing that he took a break, he came back, he did some pulls to get himself caught up, and now it feels that, like a lot of people, some people feel like they have to keep on spending just so they can keep up with the Joneses. You are your own competition. You know your limits, you know what you can do, you know what you're willing to do. Listen to your conscience sometimes. I know so many people who literally said they're not going to spend and they end up spending. And I can attest to that. There have been many times where I said I wasn't going to spend. Then I looked at the banner and I realized, well, even if I don't get Foley, I got a chance of getting X, Y, and Z. Even if I don't get this one, I'm looking for Acrobat Asuka. So I'm going to pull on here because she's there. I need that black move damage. Oh, Damian Priest for that red move damage. Gobbledygooker's there. I'm going to go after him. I'm going to go after this and that. Sometimes you just got to know yourself. And life's a gamble. And Gacha's going to gotcha. For me, I've said it before, and I'm going to restate it right now. Reinforce it now. Take your cards off. Set yourself an allowance with gift cards. There's always the tap joys for the free cash. They had a thing for Raid Shadow Legends. Now they got one for where I believe I saw for 56K and in-game cash IGC for playing the new mobile game Dislight. You can knock those things out. YouTube it. Literally, watch YouTube, play the game, grind it out, log into Champions, collect your dailies, get your IGC stack up, wait for Omos to come back. Wait for Riddle to come back. Do your pulls. Soothe that itch. At least then you know you did it for free. It might have been a grind. It might have taken up some time, but it saved you disposable income. For me, I took care of Damian Priest with the 4-star pack. Now I have $40 to the side, plus tax obviously, for each week's backstage pass. And then I have another additional 40 to the side for each weekend content, just so I can get those bonus points. So that's why you see the 4 here. I set a limit to what I'm going to do each time, and then that's it. 1 pull per day. 1 pull per day. It runs during the weekend. We go in, we get out. That's all you got to do. That's all you have to do. Now for this one, because it's 2, and now I know there's 3 more days to go, I'll just go ahead and do another one because I'm going to be covered. I'm not losing anything, but that helps out. It goes towards the content. It'll make it a little bit easier for me. So then I walk away. I'm cool. And this is a proof of it. Sometimes a single pull in a dream, you walk away with Rhonda. Another time, you go do a single, you get charged with a character you're nowhere close to getting. But inevitably, you are in control of your own fate. You decide what's going to happen. So, with that being said, hey yo, hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but champions do. Y'all let me know. Let's talk about this in the comments below. How do y'all feel about the gacha? How do you feel about the loot? There's only so much that you can do, because after a certain point, you already know there's so many, thousands upon thousands of wrestlers that have come and gone. Some that we're still looking for, we've yet to see. They got the toy lines now, so they can easily expand upon that. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up doing some comic book exclusives too, because WWE, WWF has some exclusives there. There's a huge IP, intelligent intellectual property that WWE can literally to the well for, and pull out a rabbit out of the hat at any given time to bring people in and make their pockets all the more fatter, while we continue to complain but yet continue to invest. There's different ways to play the game. Be ahead of the game, not behind, and understand that you have control of your own fate. So with that being said, again, if you know that you got an addictive mindset, I remember when Tuvement, Vengeful One, and David Boy, had a discussion with a gentleman who played champions during the 3-star era, the 3-star meta, and talking about how the gambling issues that ensued because of that. This is a serious thing. I love each and every single one of you, whether you're a part of Phoenix Risers or not. I want y'all to do what's best for you. So again, if you know that you're always going to be tempted, remove your bank cards. Remove those off your accounts. Apple, Google, Xcola, contact them from the portal, via the portal. Contact them. Get your cards removed. And just use gift cards. Set yourself a monthly allowance. Put money to the side strictly for the game. Or do like the Truth DT says, with the stones, saving your stones for Tanabata or the anniversaries. Do the same for champions. Put your money to the side and utilize that for the Black Friday where they have solid deals and offers. Utilize that for the zombies. Utilize that for a time like this with the mutants if you're a fan of the mutants or masters of the WWE universe. The choice is yours. But ultimately, if you know that you're always going to be tempted, just because a brand new shiny toy comes out every weekend does not mean that you have to pursue them. So with that being said, y'all, I hope that y'all enjoyed this weekend showdown scrimmage. I wish y'all all nothing but the utmost best of luck. Mad love and respect. And until next time, y'all, stay tuned